Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Dez, and we're back with another video. Man, I said we're back with another video.
Seeing eyes of mine, you see, there are no trees inside of me. In this desert, I can look at you with love. Seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow? Grow the hanging gardens of Babylon. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, wrong, wrong.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Desmond Sharp back out here with another simulation. And today we're at part 5 of the player versus player simulation. So we're just gonna go ahead and show you the rosters and everything so we could get on the way. So just take a look at the rosters really quick, and you can pause the video if you want to take a look at these players, because this is about to be some fun, you guys. Because we're going to see who's going to make it to the NBA Finals. Because the last episode, you saw that the Atlanta Hawks were able to win that simulation. So now you have about 2 chances to pick to see who you think's gonna win this entire simulation. So we are gonna go ahead and simulate to the end of the regular season to see who makes the playoffs. Let's go. So we are here at the end of the regular season, and the MVP goes to David Jordan of the Thunder. The Rookie of the Year is David Jordan as well. Sixth Man of the Year, you already know, LeBron James. Defensive Player of the Year is David Jordan. So he got 3 trophies in this one. Most Improved is Trae Young. And Coach of the Year is Lloyd Pierce. So here are the playoff schedules. So let's take a look at the standings. For the East, we got the Hawks number 1, the Bucks number 2, the Raptors number 3, the Nets number 4, the Sixers number 5, the Celtics number 6, the Heat number 7, and the Magic number 8. The Knicks were almost about to make it, but they were a game out of it. The Wizards were about to make it. They were fighting with the Magic, but they lost a couple of games, so they didn't make it at all. So now let's head over to the West. We got the Lakers number 1, the Clippers number 2, the Warriors number 3, the Rockets number 4, the Thunder number 5, the Nuggets number 6, the Jazz number 7, and the Blazers at number 8. For a second there, Minnesota... Oh wait, no, it was Minnesota that made it. Never mind. So the Blazers didn't make it. That is a shocker right there. They allowed the Timberwolves to make it instead of the Blazers. Oh, probably the Blazers were on a 6-game losing streak. Wow. Blazers were on a 6-game losing streak, and they got themselves eliminated from the playoffs. So here are the playoffs. So pick. This is your last chance to pick who you think is going to make it to the finals. Or pick a team who you think is going to win this entire simulation. Because we are about to get into these playoff simulation. Part 5 of the player versus player simulation. Simulate it now. So guys, get your brooms ready. Because we already got a sweep in the first round. It's the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Miami Heat 4-0. And look at Eric Bledsoe making a bucket there at the end. The Heat just didn't have any battle like anybody was expecting for them to have. So the Milwaukee Bucks are moving on to the second round of this playoffs. In Minnesota, tie game. Minnesota's trying to avoid the sweep on their home floor, but the Lakers are trying to move on. And look at LeBron James with the floater with 57 seconds. Lakers are trying to move on the road. And Minnesota calls a timeout with 53 seconds. What a floater there by LeBron. He's trying to get out of the first round on the road as the number 1 seed in the West. He's trying to get the Timberwolves out of the playoffs. Player of the game is Malik Bryan. They got the trio of Malik Bryan, as you saw, player of the game. They got Jordan Sharp as well, and Jamarian Ward. You know they're trying to get out of the first round before anybody else does. Well, the Bucks just got out of the first round. So now the Lakers are looking to get out of the first round. Minnesota, they need a huge bucket here. Down 2 at 52 seconds. They're trying to avoid the sweep on their home floor. Russell with the ball, guarded by Malik Bryan. Great defense. Russell. And he turns it over. Gives it to Dwight Howard. Malik Bryan to LeBron. And he slams it in with 38 seconds. Timberwolves cannot waste time. They have got to go. They have got to get a quick bucket. Gets it to Carter Williams. He puts it in from deep. Now the Timberwolves are down 1. Here's LeBron with 24 seconds. 6-second shot differential. LeBron James with the ball. Tightly guarded here. Minnesota's trying to play defense. Fans chanting defense. LeBron James missed the 3. Timeout Minnesota. Minnesota has one chance to try to avoid that sweep. The Lakers need a huge stop on defense. Here's Russell with it. Takes it. Floater. He missed it. Russell missed the point blank floater. No. D'Angelo Russell. He would have won the game. He would have avoided the sweep. So Davis nails the first free throw. And he missed the second. Carter Williams at the buzzer for the win. And it's off. And the Lakers win the game and the series. And they move on to the second round of the playoffs. What a game. In Boston, tie game. Celtics are trying to avoid the elimination at home. But the Raptors are looking to move on the road. Because the Raptors are one win away from winning the series. Stoudemire with it. He gets double teamed. Gets the Tatum. He has an open lane. And he slams it in. With 54 seconds. Celtics trying to avoid the elimination. Raptors are trying to move on the road. Fans chanting defense. Justice trying to keep their hopes alive. Smart. Missed it. Rebound to Cantor. Julian Willis brings it up the court. He fires a three-pointer. He puts it in. What a shot by Julian Willis. And the Celtics lead by 5. With 35 seconds. Smart with the ball. Guarded by Justice. Who is he going to give it to? Smart. He fires a 3 and he makes it. Now it's a 2-point game. And now they got to play the foul game. Who's Stoudemire at the line for Boston. He nails the first one to make it a 3-point ball game. And Stoudemire nails the second. Now it's a 4-point game. Now it's a 2-possession game here with 23 seconds. The Celtics need a bit more stops so they can hold on and force that game 7. Player of the game is Deshaun Stoudemire. 23 points in the game 6 that they need to force that game 7 back in Toronto. What are the Raptors going to do with 23 seconds? Siakam gives it to Adams. He fades a shot and he missed it. Why would they do that? And now the Celtics are gonna have to shoot more free throws. What kind of game plan was that? Nick Nurse? What kind of game plan was that? Why would you make Adams force up a shot for no reason? Now the Raptors are down by 6. Here's Anunoby, 3, missed it. Rebound to Boston, and that is gonna do it. So Justice made one free throw but missed the second, and that's gonna do it. The Boston Celtics avoid the elimination, and they force the Game 7 back in Toronto. We'll be back there for that one. In Philadelphia, the 76ers are 20 seconds away from winning the series on their home floor, but they're down 3. Nets trying to avoid elimination. Harris missed the 3. Rebound to Harris, and that should just about do it. So Kyrie Irving at the line for Brooklyn, and he nails the first free throw, and that should just about do it. So it looks like the Nets are going to force that Game 7 back at home. Man, Philadelphia, they almost held on and won. Hill missed the 3, and that is going to do it. The Brooklyn Nets forced that Game 7 back at home, and we will be back there for that one. But what a game here in Game 6. In Orlando, a minute left. Hawks are 1 win away from winning the series. Magic are down 2. They're trying to force Game 7. Fournier gives it to Terrence Ross. Guarded by Cam Reddish. Fournier gets a screen by Gordon. Fournier puts it up. It's good. With 40 seconds. Timeout Hawks. Hawks are trying to end this series right now on the road. What a game for Trae Young. 33 points in this Game 6. Hunter gives it to Jeff Teague, to Trae Young. He gets blocked. He gets it back and puts it in. Trae Young with a big bucket in the clutch. And the Magic call a timeout with 35 seconds remaining. That is a great shot there. D Sharp and DJ Sharp are not out there for the Hawks. They're both fouled out, so they got to do it without him. Fournier with it. Gives it to Aaron Gordon. He lays it in. Wow. They're just going back and forth here in Orlando. So the Hawks now have the ball. They have got to waste the clock. 3-second shot differential. They're going to give it to Trae Young. Guarded by Fournier. Fans chanting defense. Trae Young with it. Trae Young. And it turns it over. Trae Young, he just turned it over. All he had to do was just take it to the basket. And he just turned it over. Now the Magic have a chance to win it. The shot clock is off. Fournier. Fournier with it. Who is he going to give it to? With 3 seconds. Why is he taking it all the way? He shoots a 3. And it's off. And we will go to overtime in Orlando. In overtime, 51 seconds. Magic are trying to hold on and avoid the elimination. The Hawks are trying to hold on and advance to the next round. Because if they win this game, they'll be waiting on the Nets or the 76ers. Because that game is going to a Game 7. 1 point game. Fournier with it. He blew a chance in regulation. What is he going to do? He takes it all the way. And he turns it over. Gives it to John Collins. Hunter with it. Gives it to Adrian. He gets fouled. Oh my goodness. Evan Fournier is choking. He is choking. So Adrian nails the first free throw. And the Hawks are now up by 2 with 33 seconds. And Adrian nails the second. So 3-point ball game now. Fournier with the ball. And the Magic are going to call a timeout. They're going to make one more game plan. I mean, they keep giving it to Evan Fournier. He has been making new moves. Like you have gotta give it to somebody else. You have gotta give it to Kennedy James here. They're gonna give it to Fournier again. 10-second shot differential. Terrence Ross to tie it. It's off. Kennedy James with the board. And he lays it back up. Now the Magic have to foul. Jeff Teague and he nails the first one. Jeff Teague, he makes the second. 3-point game. Fournier, you gotta give it to somebody else. Why get? Oh, he gets the Isaac and he slams it in. So now the Magic have to foul, and Kennedy James is fouled out. So now they got nobody to give it to now. So Adrian at the line. He nails the first free throw to give him a 2-point lead. Now, to get it to a 3-point lead, he's got it. Now it's a 3-point lead for the Hawks. Ross gives it to Isaac. His three. No, he missed it. And the Hawks are going to win the game and the series on the road. And they will advance to the second round of the playoffs. They'll be waiting on the Nets or the 76ers. In Toronto, our first game 7. Raptors are down 2 with 12 seconds. Celtics are trying to win it here on the road. Humphries with it. Steps back, puts up a 3. It won't fall. And the Boston Celtics with the rebound. And that's gonna do it. Oh my gosh. The Raptors had one chance. So now the Celtics, they forced the game 7. And they're gonna take it. They're gonna win the series in 7. What a series between the Celtics and the Raptors. But the Celtics win in 7 on the road in Toronto. Toronto fans doesn't look happy. In Brooklyn, the second game 7. The Nets forcing game 7. And they're going to win it. We thought the 76ers were going to take it after losing game 6 at home. But the Nets win the game. And they win the series in 7 games. Game 7 in San Francisco is going to be the Warriors winning in 7. Beating this Denver Nuggets team with Wes Montgomery, Sean Anthony. And that duo was pretty good up until now. But Game 7 was all the Warriors. They got Jaden Fuller, Wesley Montgomery, and Richard Westbrook. That trio just cannot be matched. And the Warriors move on to the next round. They'll either take on the Clippers or the Jazz, and they'll be waiting on that series. Our fourth Game 7. Thunder are down 3 with 16 seconds. They're trying to avoid the elimination on the road. Houston's trying to advance to the next round. O'Quinn, pull up Jay, it's off. Oh my gosh. So Harden at the line for Houston. He nails the first free throw. And he nailed the second one. So the Rockets are up 5. This is what Game 7 is supposed to look like. So his player of the game is Zion Williamson. The Thunder should go for a 3 here. They should not go for a 2. They're going to give it to Adams. Gives it to O'Quinn. He pump fakes, puts up a 3, and he missed it. And the Rockets win the game end the series in 7 on their home floor, and they'll advance to play the Lakers. In our final game 7, it's going to be the Clippers winning in 7, beating the Utah Jazz. Man, we thought the Jazz were going to upset the number 2 seed, but you already know Chris Smoove and Moses don't go down without a fight. So they're going to win in 7, beating the Jazz, and they're going to get a date with Wesley Montgomery and the Golden State Warriors. That should be a great series. So the Clippers move on to the conference semifinals, winning 4-3 in 7 games. So what a first round we had there, boys. Now we got our second round matchup. We got the Lakers Rockets, Clippers Warriors, Hawks Nets, Bucks Celtics. Who's gonna be advanced to the conference finals? We're gonna find out right now. So the first team to move on to the conference finals is none other than the Milwaukee Bucks, beating the Boston Celtics here in game number 5. They're finna shoot some free throws because the Celtics just turned the ball over. So Justice Young, he did everything he could to bring the Celtics to another championship, but they're gonna fall here to the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Bucks had a tremendous season this year, defeating the Heat in 4 games. Is now finna beat the Boston Celtics just like they did in real life back then. They beat the Celtics in 5 games last season to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they will do the exact same thing. So the Celtics need to get one more bucket, and that is gonna do it. The Bucks move on to the Eastern Conference Finals for a second straight year. They'll either take on the Hawks or the Nets. Game 5 in Atlanta, tie game. Hawks are 1 win away from winning the series. They're looking to win on their home floor. The Nets are looking to force game 6. Kyrie missed the 3. Jarrett Jack with the rebound, and he puts it in with 37 seconds. No DJ Sharp for the Hawks. They have got to get it done without him. D Sharp gives it to Hunter. To D Sharp, his 3. It's good. Puts in the 3, and the Hawks take the lead with 29 seconds. Wow, that is a clutch 3 by D Sharp. Now the Nets are down 1. They're trying to avoid an elimination. Irving. Fans chanting defense. Irving. What is he gonna do with it? He gets it to Jordan and he slams it in. What a slam by DeAndre Jordan. And the Nets lead by 1. Hawks down 1 with 16 seconds. D Sharp with the ball, guarded by Kyrie. What is he gonna do? He gives it to Trae Young. Trae Young with 2 seconds, puts it up. It's off. He missed it. And the Nets force game 6. We'll be back for that one. But what a game here. Game 6 in San Francisco. Warriors are down 2. They're trying to seal the deal on their home floor. Clippers are trying to avoid the elimination on the road. We're trying to see what's going to happen here. Brandon Graham gets player of the game with 23 points, but the Clippers are trying to avoid the elimination. They're trying to force that game 7 back on their home floor. So Steve Kerr calls this second timeout. Now they have 1 remaining. So Warriors are now down 2 with 53 seconds, looking to avoid the elimination. Well, the Clippers are, but the Warriors are trying to seal the deal, and Westbrook with the floater. And the crowd goes crazy. Warriors are trying to advance to the conference finals. Because the last episode, they didn't move on. The Lakers took them out. So now they have an opportunity to move on. So Clippers with 47 seconds, trying to avoid the elimination. Reggie Jackson with it, guarded by Klay Thompson. Fans chanting defense. Jackson, step back, has nothing. He gives it to Kawhi Leonard. He missed the layup. Here's Westbrook. He gives it to Draymond Green. Green gives it to Westbrook. He's wide open, and he missed the three. Rebound to Paul George. He gives it to Moses, to Reggie Jackson with 20 seconds. 3-second shot differential. Fans chanting defense. All the Warriors need is a stop and a bucket. 6 seconds. Here, Leonard gives it to Moses. He puts it up. He missed it. And Jaden Fuller with the rebound. They don't call a timeout. And he missed the full court shot. And we're going to overtime. 1 point game in overtime. 13 seconds. Warriors looking to take the lead. Westbrook guarded by Moses. He gets double teamed. And we got a jump ball. The Warriors have got to get the jump ball. They have got to get the jump ball. Here we go. And the Warriors, yes, they get it. 5 seconds. Westbrook puts it up. No, he missed it. No, what? How did Westbrook? How did he miss? He was wide open. And Moses nails the first free throw. And he nails the second. So at point 5, the Clippers are going to force Game 7 back on their home floor. Wow. What a game here in Game 6. In Houston, Game 6. Lakers are trying to win it on the road, but they're down 3. They're trying to force overtime. Rockets are trying to hold on. Malik Bryant, floater. It's good. Now it's a 1 point game. So James Harden is going to take the free throws. Fans chanting MVP for James Harden. And he makes the second. Timeout called by Los Angeles. Rockets looking to force Game 7. All they have to do is just play defense. 11 seconds left. Who are they going to give it to? They give it to Dwight Howard. Give it to Jordan Sharp. His three. It's good. He got it. Now we are tied at 141. Oh my gosh. Jordan Sharp nailing a big three to tie it. Now the Rockets are looking to win it. DeAndre Crawford with 6 seconds. What is he doing? What is he going to do? PJ Tucker for the win. It's off. And we are going to overtime. 52 seconds in overtime. Tie game. 150-150. Jordan Sharp with it. Gives it to Davis. To Kuzma. He takes it and he gets fouled. Kuzma nails the first free throw. So both free throws are good and the Lakers lead by 2. They're trying to close things out on the road. And they're 47 seconds away from doing just that. Because the Rockets made it to the finals in the last episode. Now their season is on the line. 2 point game. Covington gives it to Williamson. His three. Won't go. Rebound to Davis. Jordan Sharp. His three. Won't go. Rebound to Williamson. You can't force up a three if you're Houston. And Williamson takes it. He missed it. Tucker with the rebound. And he ties it up. I was about to say, man, Houston was about to choke. So Houston ties it up at 152 apiece. Here's Jordan Sharp. Pulls up from deep and he missed it. Why would you pull up a three? Williamson with it. Gives it and he turns it over with 19 seconds. Malik Bryan. He's looking to give the Lakers the win. Jordan Sharp with it, guarded by James, and he steps back court. No, he just choked. Oh my gosh, no. He might have cost the Lakers the win. Oh my gosh, no. He might have cost the Lakers the win. Now the Rockets, with 10.4 remaining, looking to get a shot off for the win. Westbrook gives it to Williamson with 4 seconds. Missed the layup. How did he miss? Oh my gosh. The fans really wanted Game 7 right there. But he missed it. So now the Lakers have a chance to win. Kuzma, who is he going to give it to with 3 seconds? Who is he going to give it to? He gives it to Davis with 2 seconds. Fires a three for the win. And he missed it. And we're going to another overtime. In double overtime, Rockets up by 1. 166-165. Here's Westbrook pulling up. It's no good. Rebound to Davis. Now here comes the Lakers. Jordan Sharp, alley-oop, and it's out of bounds. What were you thinking? Why would you throw an oop? Oh my gosh. LeBron James isn't even in the game. Neither is Jamarian Ward. He's not even in the game. Westbrook alley-oop to Williamson and he lays it in. Oh my gosh, what a game here. Here's Kuzma. He turns it over. Harden with the steal. And he slams it down. 5-point lead for Houston. Jordan Sharp with the ball. They gotta get something quick. Malik Bryan puts it in. 2-point game with 27 seconds. Westbrook with it. Guarded by Malik Bryan. Gets a screen. Gets it to Williamson in the post on the Kuzma. Spins away. Westbrook is open. He puts it in from deep. And that should do it. So that is going to do it. The Houston Rockets force Game 7. What a game here in Game 6. We'll be back to Los Angeles for Game number 7. In Brooklyn, Game 6, D Sharp is at the line for some clutch free throws, looking to tie it up. Nets are trying to avoid the elimination, and D Sharp nails both. No timeouts. Kyrie with 6 seconds. Kyrie pulls up from deep. He missed it. He missed. And we're going to overtime. 1-point lead in overtime. Hawks are trying to win it on the road. Kyrie, step back. Gets to Anderson. He puts it in. The Nets are trying to avoid the elimination. Fans chanting defense. D Sharp pulls a three. Missed it. Rebound to Jones. Jones. Putting on the moves. On Adrian. Puts it up. No good. Rebound to Adrian. He gets D Sharp. Pulls up. It's good. With 21 seconds remaining. What a shot. Now the Nets are now down by 1. They need a bucket here. Here's Irving. Irving with 15 seconds. Irving, what is he going to do with it? He has nowhere to go with 8 seconds. Kyrie steps back, puts up a 3. It's good. Kyrie Irving in the clutch with a 3. What a shot by Kyrie. What a shot by Kyrie Irving. Now the Hawks with 2.4. Who are they going to give it to? They give it to Trae Young for the tie. He missed it. And the Nets for 7. Unbelievable. That is incredible. So in Los Angeles for Game 7, it's going to be the Clippers taking it. The Warriors, once again, can't get out of the second round. They just come to the second round just to lose. They'd had the series lead, but ended up blowing it. And the Clippers move on to the Western Conference Finals to either play the Lakers or the Houston Rockets. So in the second Game 7, it's going to be the Lakers winning in 7, beating the Houston Rockets. So DeAndre Crawford, DeAndre Crawford just banked a 3 from all the way out there. But the Rockets are still gonna lose, even though they try to hit big shots in the clutch. But Malik Bryan, he's gonna put it away. Lakers up by 7. So it looks like the Lakers will be advancing to the Western Conference Finals yet again. But last time they didn't go. The Rockets took them out, but this time is a whole different story. What a game for Anthony Davis. 27 points in game number 7. Malcolm Moore missed the 3. And that is going to do it. Lakers will be in the Western Conference Finals to take on the Los Angeles Clippers. That should be a great series. Malik Bryan, Jordan Sharp, and Jamarian Ward will go against Chris Smoove, Moses, and Brandon Graham. In the last Game 7, it's going to be the Hawks winning in 7, beating the Nets. Even though the Hawks lost 2 straight games, it didn't fool anybody because they thought the Nets were going to come back from a 3-1 deficit to win it. But Kyrie can't do that. Kevin Durant can't do it. So the Hawks will move on to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks. So now we have our conference finals. We have the Hawks Bucks for the Eastern side. And for the Western side, we've got the Lakers and the Clippers. Rematch from part 1. Let's see who will be advancing to the NBA Finals. Let's go. In Milwaukee, we've got a sweep. So get your brooms out. The Hawks are going to sweep the Bucks. So the Hawks are going to take out their former coach, Mike Budenholzer. They usually called him a traitor. They actually called Mike Budenholzer a whole traitor. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section if you think Mike Budenholzer is a traitor to the Hawks for leaving them to go to Milwaukee to coach. So anyways, the Hawks are going to move to their 3rd straight NBA Finals. They're going to win this series in 4 games, winning 123-115 and the Hawks will be your Eastern Conference champions for the third time, and they'll either take on the Los Angeles Lakers or the Los Angeles Clippers. What an achievement for the Hawks, as they will be your Eastern Conference champions heading to the NBA Finals. So in Los Angeles, it's going to be the Lakers moving on to the NBA Finals for the third time, and they're going to get a rematch with the Atlanta Hawks in the finals, which should be a good one, because the last time these two faced off, that matchup went to Game 7, and the Lakers moved to the NBA Finals to take on the Atlanta Hawks. LeBron James and the Lakers going to the finals again. So we now have our NBA Finals, the Hawks and the Lakers rematch from Part 1, where this matchup with the Game 7. Who's going to win this NBA Finals? Let's find out. In Game 1, it's the Hawks taking it. This was a big Game 1 at home. So the Lakers, they got a lot of work to do. Down 1-0 in this series. They're trying to avoid a third loss in these NBA Finals. In Game 2, the Hawks are going to take it this time. This is big. They're going to win by 19 points. Now the Lakers are on their heels. They still had a lot of work to do. They're down 2-0 now. The Hawks are 2 wins away from winning the entire championship. Game 3 in Los Angeles, and the Lakers are going to take it. They really needed that victory to keep their season alive. But they still got a lot of work to do. They're going to be down 2-1 in this series. And yeah, the Hawks are up 2-1 in the series still. So the Lakers win this game 136-126. And they win to get it to a 2-1 series lead in favor of the Hawks. Game 4 back in LA. Game 4, and it is not looking good for Jordan Sharp and the Lakers. You see that the Atlanta Hawks are going to go up 3-1 in the series, and they'll be 1 win away from winning their 3rd championship in this simulation. So that is going to do it. The Atlanta Hawks are up 3-1 on the Lakers, and they will win, and they'll be down, and the Lakers are now down 3-1. They have got to win Game 5. Game 5, and it is all over. It is time to celebrate again. The Atlanta Hawks are your champions in this simulation. They have done it again. They've done it again. They just cannot be matched. So DJ Sharp wins his 1st title. Adrian and D Sharp win their 2nd title together. I mean, this is crazy. The Hawks came to the finals focused, and they win their 3rd championship on this simulation. The MVP is D Sharp. What an appearance it's been. Hawks win their 3rd title. If you enjoyed this simulation, make sure to smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and to subscribe. So we'll see you guys in the next simulation. See you later, guys. Goodbye.